Okay, guys, this is Dex extravaganza. Okay, as you know, my birthday is coming in 2 days, and yeah, not all these decks weren't sent to me for my birthday, but they arrived around them, and I just treat them as gifts. So they came for review, of course, but the way we do that in the starter community, I often become friends with people who send decks with the creators. We catch up for interviews, we become friendly and stay friends for a very long time after we met through the deck sending process. So it's kind of much more personal than just sending a deck and I never hear of from you again. So okay, without further ado, I'm going to show you the decks all together, and I'm going to do, of course, reviews of the decks in separate videos, but I just couldn't wait. I thought it would be an interesting one just to show you this beauty. So first deck that has arrived was actually not the Remembering the Sweet Filter, was the Medicine Woman Wisdom from Krista McKinnon and Vanessa Tucker. And I did have an interview with Krista. I think it was really cool chat. You can check out the deck. I have a review of this deck already. The cards have very kind of Avalonian Glastonbury energy. They can be used for shamanic work, for going into shamanic journeys, for exploring the images, exploring the ideas that the keywords bring in. It's very interesting deck. It has really been growing on me, even though as I always compare it, and I don't want to rub it in, but like it's not my favorite art style, but it's really it's good to use. I like this deck. And with this one, I actually like to use singular cards, and then actually go deeper, like do a shamanic journey or work with ritual and so on. So Medicine Woman Wisdom, it's one of those decks that you already can see on my channel. And then what do we have next? Next, this beauty arrived. It's Magical Nature Tarot. And this deck is so wonderful. I've done a review of this deck as well because just the feeling of it. It's such a cool deck. I just came back from the forest with it. The sound it makes when it shuffles, it's just so good. So this deck is very nature-based, literally. It has, inks made from different plants. And what's fascinating that now Marjorie is actually making a guide what plants can be found on each of the cards. And I'm waiting for this because I know this is beetroot, I know this is pokeberry. So there's quite a lot of different plant-based inks, but also metals like rust, copper, and so on. And this deck is just wonderful. I love it. It's soft. It has a very kind of earthy voice, really nice to use for like healing. You get a code to access the guidebook on their website, and this deck is really gorgeous and can be used in correlation with other decks, but I actually like to use it by itself, even though I found some collaborators with it. And then the next deck that arrived was the Remembering the Sweet Fool Tarot by Trisha Murray. I have all the decks by Trisha. So I have the We Star in the Forest of Precious Twigs, which is her 2 oracle decks put in one. I have her, let me just grab it. I have her Whispering Words, even the title card appeared, Whispering Words Oracle. And so they're just different little words, and it looks just great with, she has a specific style. It's quite minimalistic. It works really well with her decks. And now she has, is it 300 decks created? And nice, mine one is 29. and my birthday is on 29th November. So remembering the Sweet Full Tarot, it's comes with a booklet. It has a very sweet, quiet voice. The little birdie appears on many images, and the cards together look just so gorgeous. And you know, I wasn't sure if I'm going to be able to like read nicely with it, but yeah, if you know tarot, you can read with any deck, seriously. And this one is very dreamy, it's quiet. It kind of opens up my intuition even more because it's quite spacious. And the cards look just gorgeous. So it's kind of photographic, but you know, but it's not. It's not AI, so people who are scared of AI or hate it, you know, this is not it. Love the full card. I have used it quite a lot, even though I don't have it for a very long time. I love these beans. And it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. And it goes really well with the next deck that I want to show you. But before I go there, I want to share also what Trisha has sent me. It's called Seer's Bag. It has this, it's beautiful. Again, she colored it herself. There's the leaf embellishment. Oh, it just looks gorgeous. So inside that there's this really cute little cloth, seen, unseen, yesterday and tomorrow. And I use it in a way that I pull, you know, let's say for each of these, I pull a card for yesterday, I pull a card for tomorrow, I pull a card for unseen, so let's put it here, and I pull a card for seen. And she sent me in the Seer's bag also like little trinkets, so you can do divination by throwing some things onto the board as well and seeing what's, you know, what's coming. So she sent also this really cute needle. It's like a wooden needle. I love it. And gorgeous key and garnet. And this I saw on the 8 of Swords, those little, and there's a little house and, you know, maybe an animal or a broom made from cloth. So it's really sweet. And then you can also, of course, add some of her oracle oracle cards, and it just all looks wonderful. So it's all has this, you know, kind of coherent style in some way. And then you can also throw in some words. So yeah, wow, I love Trisha's stuff. So thank you so much, Trisha, for sending this. And Trisha said that the Seer's bags were available for people who backed the deck on Kickstarter. But since many of you have asked apparently for those Seer's bags, she might be making some more. And so just keep an eye on it if you're interested in the bags, because I think they really worth exploring. And you can also add your own trinkets, of course, to it and change things. I will assign meanings to those little, you know, trinkets, and I think I love using them as well, you know, as an additional layer to a reading, just to see where most of the energy aligns. So this was the Remembering the Sweet Full Tarot. Really beautiful. And then the last deck that has arrived just a couple of days ago and just stole my heart away is the Circle of Doors Tarot. Trust the Journey. I think I first of all, I heard about this deck from Mel, and she showed me many of the images. She said I should get it. I wasn't sure if I really need another deck. You know how we go through this, oh my god, another deck. And then Natalia from Tarot Shrink, she made, you know, she fell in love with this deck. And when Natalia falls in love, it's hard to resist what she loves. So we got mates, and yeah, I watched her video as well. And I thought, oh, I really like it. So I did get this deck for review from the ladies, and from Anne and from Jill. And I'm going to invite them for Inspired Tarot Map. So I hope you guys join live. If you have any questions you would like to ask, or me to ask, or you want to ask, please just come to the interview. I will, of course, share soon when it's going to happen. I don't know the date yet. Which door will you choose? It's amazing. They've done this installation during the Burning Man festival when people could walk in, and there were the big printouts of the major arcana, I think. The whole deck, it's a journey. It's really beautifully printed. Like, look at this box, just how you open it, you know, the gold, it's really sparkly. The book, which is written by Brian Duffy, so the creators were two women, and then he wrote the book. It's so good. And I'm like, you know, not skeptical about the tarot books, but I don't like too many tarot books. And this one is really spot on. It has questions. It gives you a little bit of, you know, psychological twist, but it's quite simple, but really beautifully written. And it has some kind of little more poetic write-up. It has everything. It's really great. So Brian really did a great job. And then you pull the cards from the deck, and the cards are actually quite large. I was surprised that they're so big. I was expecting, you know, if this is the regular tarot size, the cards are quite big. They're not very thick, thank God. This is, from my end, this is a praise. I just don't enjoy the thick cards anymore. I don't know why would you do tarot cards for 100 GMS or something. Like, you can't even use it. It's annoying. Like, I have, for example, the Star Child Tarot just here because I was doing some, you know, combinations with this deck, and this is, I think, 360 or something, but oof, it's hard to use, you know. This is thin, but this is linen. I don't know if the camera picks on the linen. This is also, you know, beautiful, but seriously, if I'm shuffling this is a pleasure. Like, to shuffle this, first of all, is this rose petal, so it sticks together, and then it's so thick. Forget riffle shuffle or anything. You can easily shuffle this one, even though the cards are still kind of, you know, longer. So I think they didn't want to make it any thicker because of, because of the comfort of use. And we want to use these decks, right? So look how incredibly beautiful. Like, I mean it. And I handle a lot of decks, and I have beautiful decks, you know, like Flora Tarot, like the Witches Tarot. Some of these decks are like Star Childs, you know, Oracle Doors, Oracle Door, and so on. You know, this deck is gilded, so it has that, not old gold, but the really shiny gold. It goes well with the bags. The bags are in color, which is amazing. And then we have this black and white layered artwork and keywords. But I don't know if the girls picked the keywords or if Brian kind of helped as well. They are great, and I actually really enjoy this deck with keywords. So I'm going to do, you know, a proper review, but I just want to show you my favorite card for now from this deck. And I'm just going to look for it and at the same time show you a couple of images of, okay, I love this chariot too, just because of the emotion, like raw emotion that it shows. I actually do love the moon. Again, this deck speaks to the heart. It somehow really touches the emotional body for me. And this is my favorite card for now. I have many of them, but love this magician. Love it. And what she did as well with the court cards. So we have Maiden, which is, you know, kind of like this first stage of feminine development. Then we have Mother. And usually we know the goddess as the triplicity. Maiden, Mother, Crone. What I love that she adds Maga. And I've done this workshop with, you know, of Hagitude with a lot of older women and people, and then we have Crown. So a lot of older women, meaning older that just finished their menopause, come to their personal power. They feel really creative. That's when they have a lot to offer to society, to people around them. They pass the mother stage when they really, you know, have to focus on children, family, and whatnot. And then in the Maga stage and Crown stage, Crown is even then a little bit more of the rest and being a spiritual guidance. But in Maga stage, you really have a lot of power to offer. And I think I started to think in the four stages of the goddess. And I love that they added this Maga. So this is like awesome. And this is another one of the cards that I really love, the Sun card. So gorgeous. You know, some of these images is like, how would I feel if I was a sun? I just like, yes, please. Also with the moon and so on, you know. So 10 of shells, that's 10 of pentacles, it's legacy. And I like it because in cowrie shells used to be like money, you know, you can get it. Sometimes maybe it's a bit confusing because you could think maybe they cups, but we have cups are just regular for cups. So if you're a fan of this type of black and white, moody, but also very mysterious, kind of interesting deck, death card, the full card is actually really great too. Anyway, like I love all the cards. I love Wheel of Fortune as well. Keys are for wands and knives are for swords, and then the shells are for pentacles and cups are for cups. It is a very, very cool deck. And yes, that's Wheel of Fortune. Look how amazing it is. And I just love it. So in the next video, what I'm going to show you is all the combinations that I figured out for this particular deck, what other tarot and oracle decks it wants to work with. But for this video, we are going to just finish it off right now. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know which out of these decks is your favorite. Which one would you like to play with? Which one do you maybe have and you know, haven't figured out yet? Anyway, these are the goodies that arrived recently, and I'm just so happy for them.